This isn't your average daytime TV controversy. This one's got everything. Hypocrisy, feminist faux pas, social media explosions, and even whispers that ABC might finally pull the plug on The View. If you're even remotely aware of Karoline Leavitt, you'll know she's not the type to shy away from a fight. At just 27 years old, she's already made waves as a prominent conservative voice, working in the Trump administration, and now she's on a trajectory that has her pegged as one of the Republican Party's rising stars. But being young, outspoken, and conservative makes you a prime target for The View, the infamous daytime talk show that markets itself as empowering women while routinely tearing down anyone who dares to think differently.
I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
The latest episode of The View unfolded like a textbook case of do as I say, not as I do. Joy Behar, never one to miss an opportunity to throw shade, decided to question Karoline's credentials in the most patronizing way possible. Her comment? That Karoline's success might not be based on merit, but rather because Donald Trump thinks she's attractive. Behar said, I think she's probably been put in there because, according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know, that's what it is. Let's pause here for a moment. Joy Behar, who consistently positions herself as a champion of women's empowerment, just implied that a young, accomplished woman didn't earn her place. Coming from someone who constantly talks about breaking down gender stereotypes, it's ironic, to say the least. But it wasn't just Behar. Whoopi Goldberg decided to jump on the Let's Take Down Karoline bandwagon with her own rant. She didn't just critique Karoline's political views. She went on a full-blown lecture about wokeness, claiming that Karoline owes her entire career to the very thing she criticizes.
And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason. Because black people couldn't get into colleges. Because women could not get into the colleges they wanted to go to. This is all.
Let me explain something to you, Whoopi declared. Without that wokeness, you wouldn't even have a platform to speak on. She then went on a tangent about how wokeness paved the way for women to have opportunities in the first place. In true Whoopi fashion, it was a rant loaded with dramatic pauses, lots of finger-pointing, and just enough self-righteousness to make the audience cheer. Sunny Hostin, the third member of The View's usual trio of chaos, didn't hold back either. True to form, she managed to bring race into the equation, implying that Karoline's success is a symptom of privilege. You could practically hear the collective eye roll across the internet. If Joy, Whoopi, and Sunny thought Karoline was just going to let their comments slide, they clearly didn't do their homework. Instead of ignoring their remarks, Karoline responded with a verbal smackdown so thorough it instantly went viral. In a video posted to social media, she didn't just clap back. She delivered a masterclass in exposing hypocrisy. Karoline started by addressing the double standard. The View doesn't want strong women, she said. They want women who follow their script, and I refuse to play their game. But she wasn't done. Karoline then called out Joy Behar specifically, pointing out the absurdity of her comments about Karoline's looks. Joy Behar accusing me of benefiting from my appearance is laughable. Feminism is supposed to be about empowering women, not tearing them down because you don't agree with their politics. Joy, maybe it's time you practice what you preach. And then she turned her attention to Whoopi's rant about wokeness. I didn't get here because of wokeness. I got here because I worked hard. I earned my opportunities, and I refuse to let you or anyone else discredit my accomplishments. The video exploded across social media, with hashtags like Cancel the View and Karoline Leavitt Downs the View trending within minutes. Karoline's fiery response earned her praise from conservatives and even some moderates who were tired of the View's antics. And just like that, the tables turned. While the internet celebrated Karoline's takedown, things were reportedly less festive behind the scenes at ABC. According to insider sources, executives were blindsided by the backlash. The View has always courted controversy, it's part of what keeps the ratings alive. But this time, they may have crossed the line.
Podcaster Charlie Kirk called Behar's comment idiotic and bitter. Former Fox News host Megyn Kelly called the remark not true, but also added that the new Trump administration is indeed making America hot again. Karoline's high-profile debut has also drawn attention to her personal life, including the massive age gap between her and her business tycoon husband. Karoline recently married 59-year-old Nicholas Riccio, a real estate mogul 32 years her senior. The two were set up by a mutual friend at a political function, according to one of Karoline's Instagram posts.
The hypocrisy was too blatant, the backlash too intense, and even some of their most loyal viewers were calling them out. Sponsors were the first to panic. Whispers began circulating that some of the show's biggest advertisers were reconsidering their partnerships. After all, no brand wants to be associated with a program that's trending for all the wrong reasons. Then came the rumors about potential shakeups on the show. Sources claim that producers are furious about how badly this incident has been handled, and that both Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg's futures on the show are being re-evaluated. Translation? They might be shown the door. And it's not just the producers. Even The View's audience, traditionally a mix of liberal women and daytime TV enthusiasts, is divided. Many longtime viewers took to social media to express their disappointment. One tweet summed it up perfectly. The View preaches empowerment, but tears down any woman who doesn't fit their agenda. Karoline Leavitt just exposed them for what they really are. This controversy isn't just about Karoline Leavitt and The View. It's about a broader cultural battle over what it means to support women. For years, The View has positioned itself as a platform for progressive, empowered women. But incidents like this reveal the cracks in that narrative. Karoline's response resonated because it tapped into a frustration that many people, on both sides of the political spectrum, have felt for years. The idea that feminism should only apply to women who fit a certain mold is outdated, hypocritical, and frankly, exhausting. This isn't the first time The View has come under fire for its treatment of conservative women. From mocking Sarah Palin to questioning Nikki Haley's authenticity, the show has a history of targeting right-leaning women in ways that feel personal and petty. But Karoline's takedown feels different. It's not just a defense, it's a counterattack, and it's forcing people to reevaluate The View's role in the broader cultural conversation. So where does The View go from here? Can the show recover, or is this the beginning of the end? It's hard to say. On one hand, The View has weathered scandals before. Controversy is practically its brand, and for years it's thrived on the tension between its hosts. But this feels different. The backlash is more intense, the hypocrisy more glaring, and the consequences more immediate. If ABC wants to salvage the show, they'll need to make some changes, and fast. That might mean rethinking the host lineup, addressing the double standards, and finding a way to balance fiery debates with a genuine commitment to empowering all women, not just the ones who agree with them. For now, though, the spotlight remains on Karoline Leavitt. By refusing to back down, she's turned what could have been a fleeting controversy into a larger conversation about feminism, double standards, and the limits of wokeness. And whether you agree with her politics or not, one thing's clear. Karoline isn't just a rising star, she's a force to be reckoned with. So what do you think? Is this the moment The View finally went too far? Did Karoline's epic takedown expose the cracks in their feminist facade? And do you think ABC will actually pull the plug on the show? If you guys liked today's video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.